Good evening, saints, and good evening to each and every one that is viewing us at this time. Welcome to the People's Church of the Harvest, Church of God in Christ. We are about to go into our watch night service, and but we're running into a few technical difficulties, and so we're asking for your patience as they are uploading the taped program. You're going to be tremendously blessed by the music ministry. And I would have to say that the Lord lifted me up in the spirit and certainly gave a word to my heart that I am very anxious about sharing with each and every one of you. So please bear with us. They're telling me that it is just a matter of time that this will be corrected. And so thank you so very much for sharing with us. 2020, if you haven't become acclimated to the fact that 2020 can present anything, okay? And we have come to learn in this year that we have to be adaptable to every newly arising circumstance and condition. And I guess the Lord is permitting us to go out in this way. Certainly, that we have developed the kind of attitude and mindset that gives us to be able to flow with whatever arises. And so that is the case on tonight. So please be patient with us. They're telling me that everything is coming through. I see all of the wonderful blessings and positive comments that are coming from each and every one out there. So please just bear with us. It's going to be very worth your wait. So just give us a moment or two here, and they're communicating with each other backstage, and so that's why I'm in the forefront here to kind of run interference. So good evening to all of you. Thank you so very much for being a kind, considerate audience. I will tell you this again, 2020 has conditioned me for anything and everything. And I'm not moved by any circumstance or condition. And so you're going to hear something that I'm going to be sharing from a message tonight, and it will speak to all of what we're experiencing even at this very moment. So bear with it, and this is a teaching moment. This is a moment for each of us to gain experience more in 2020. And so we're not out of 2020 yet. Oh, but it's running. The clock is ticking, and it's running out of time. So just bear with us. You're going to be tremendously blessed on tonight. The singers are lifted up, and they are ministering. The presence of God will be all in this service on tonight. And again, the Lord just was very gracious. He lifted me up in the spirit of Him, and I am really bad. I'm energized. I'm pumped. I'm fired up. I'm ready for anything that 2021 will bring. And I'll just tell you, I, I got the victory over 2020. Oh, 2020 came in fierce, but I want you to know that I got the victory over it, and I pray that that is the same report that you have as well. Certainly, it was a round by round, and we were throwing punches, I tell you. And one thing I know about fighting, you got to be able to throw a punch, and then you got to be able to take a punch. And 2020 has leveled some punches squarely on my spiritual chin. But I want you to know today, I made it over. I'm making it over. I've risen up out of the ashes, and everything that the enemy attempted to derail and to disrupt and to detract from, God has given the victory. And so just bear with us, even through this. This is a perfect example. I've come to learn and been adapted to the fact that 2020 is everything that it was supposed to have been. And I want you to know that it has moved me away from insanity. And so I'm clear. There was a moment of uncertainty, but I've gone from uncertainty to clarity. And so be encouraged and know that the Lord is with us even in this moment right now. So just hang in there, stay focused. If you haven't started dinner, uh, go ahead on and warm it up, whatever you choose to do. And momentarily, we will be going live here with the final service of the People's Church of the Harvest, Church of God in Christ. And then while I'm here, let me make an appeal. One of the things that are to happen tonight, and we're inviting every viewer to participate, certainly members of the People's Church of the Harvest, that we are participating and sharing in something that we have been doing for decades, what we call Christmas for Jesus. And at that time, in our sharing, we embrace the promise of the prophet's reward. God said in his word, he said that if we give a prophet a cup of water in the name of a prophet, that we shall receive a prophet's reward. And on tonight, we're expecting everyone in the viewing audience to participate with a gift for Jesus. And that is, we've made a request for everyone to, in faith, share $51, just $51, taken from the numbers that represent this promise in Matthew 10 and 41. And so we're encouraging you to share that $51 gift as we're closing out the year 2020 and marching into a brand new year of 2021. And the prophet's reward offers and promises us five things. Number one, what the prophet says concerning you will come to pass. Number two is that what words that you speak, you become the prophet of your own life. And then we have come to understand that we will be able to enter into our fuller destiny. And being that, we shall also be able to recover everything that we lost. And then lastly, we will experience supernatural debt elimination. And so those five promises will be fulfilled in your life as you are sharing in that Christmas gift for Jesus and being a recipient of all of the benefits that come from the prophet's reward. So I do want to encourage you to share on tonight of that gift of $51. And you can do that. We have 4 different ways that can be done. But I would hope that tonight that you will take advantage of sharing through Givelify, or that you would go to the Cash App, $ People's Church, People's Church Kojic, $ PeopleschurchCogic, People's Church Kojic. Or you can mail it. And I've been seeing some notices on comments here, and others have said they have already mailed it. So that's exactly what we are looking for, every member of People's Church and all of you who have been sharing with us, whether it's just tonight or whether it has been in other times in the past. This is a ministry that merits your support. And so I'm asking you to consider walking with the People's Church. Let's cross over into this new year, and let's walk over with the benefit of the prophet's reward upon us. I'm so very happy to see the many of you that have said, shared, done it, mailed it. Thank you so very much. I must say that the People's Church family and those of you viewers that are part of this ministry, as we have shared over the year, have been very gracious, and I am very grateful for all of what you have done. Thank you so very much, every one of you, for sharing that $51. Listen, I could begin to tell you all sorts of testimonies about what God had done. And I will tell you, no monkey business, no, we don't have to tell not one lie, don't have to deceive in any way, but I have seen, because it is a part of one of my faith confessions, I have seen actual creditors call me up and say to me, I may have owed them one amount, and then they call me up. They call me. I didn't call them. They call me and say, we know you owe this, but if you send us this, and you send us this by this particular date, we will just call this debt paid in full. Well, you know what I did. I did exactly what they told me. I paid that lesser amount that saved me a much greater amount. And God requires those that hold any sort of indebtedness over us to release us. And I've seen it to the hundreds of thousands of dollar levels. Certainly, and I see some are saying they're going to do double that. And I say, hey, according to your faith, be it unto you. And we encourage you to do it. I have experienced every aspect of the prophet's reward. Many have spoken into my life of a prophetic anointing, and those things have really come to pass. I'll never forget, even when some 10 years ago, I had open heart surgery, and a prophet flew in from Virginia. God told him, go into Chicago, flew in from Virginia, sat down in my house, in my room, and spoke prophetically into my life. I was recovering from surgery, open heart surgery, and believe me, at that moment, the only thing I wanted to do was just come back, get my body back together. I wasn't interested in hearing about much of anything. And he came there and prophesied and said certain things to me about me, and destiny was lying before me, and things that I was going to be coming into, and I was very courteous to him. I just listened, but I said, man, I was saying to myself, man, the only thing important to me is me healing, and for my body to come back together. Well, that prophet spoke, and it was twofold. He spoke about an enlarged role and responsibilities that I would have. Well, it came to pass, because within the next year or so, I became the vice chairman of the General Council of Pastors and Elders. And then within another year or so after that, I became the chairman of this August body of some 12,000 pastors and some 42,000 elders. Well, I wasn't looking for it, but because I had been faithful to that gift for Jesus and honoring God with the prophet's reward, that gift, it just came to pass. It just came to pass. And I can't tell you how many things that have, in so many words, gotten away from me, and and over a period of time, it's gotten away. But I will tell you, there's not much of anything that I can recall at this very moment that has ever gotten away from me that I haven't been able to recover. And I think that is a wonderful benefit to exist in anyone's life, that you are able to recover the things that you have lost. And then certainly we have come into our fuller destiny. And I have to say this, and I say it humbly, but there's not much in terms of things that I have said by confession that have not come to pass. God has afforded me the great benefit of being able to take hold to things that I speak out of my own mouth. I have truly become the prophet of my own life, and it has been because of the goodness and the mercy of God. And I will tell you this, and this is just, members of People's Church know this firsthand. Uh, uh, it was now, I don't know, maybe it's been 3 years, maybe now, maybe 4 years or so ago, on our church. We had a mortgage on the church of some $1.2 million mortgage on our church. And we had committed that thing to the Lord, okay? And we all know what all the circumstances that have been occurring within the financial arena. And and we confessed unto the Lord. We shared the prophet's reward. I encourage the members to share in the prophet's reward. Well, let me tell you, the outcome of that was that our loan got reduced by over $820,000. $820,000. We didn't file bankruptcy. We didn't have to do any monkey business. We didn't have to tell one lie. We just walked in, presented to them a platform and a proposal, and they embraced it and reduced our mortgage by $820,000. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That's something to give God the praise. And so that was something that happened on an institutional level, but it's still good. and that was God collectively honoring our church for the faithfulness of what they were doing by honoring Christ and the gift to Jesus and the prophet's reward. And he supernaturally eliminated $820,000. And we didn't have to tell one lie. We didn't have to misrepresent anything. All we did was walk in honor and walk in virtue before the Lord, and he made it happen. So I do want to encourage you that the prophet's reward is just that. It is a reward, and the Lord will remember you. Number one, what the prophet says to you will come to pass. Number two, you will recover everything that you lost. Number three, you will come into your fuller destiny. Number four, you will become the prophet of your own life. And lastly, this is the one, he will supernaturally eliminate all of your debts. And so I didn't know I was going to have this much time to talk to you in this way. This is not the watch night service. This is just an elongated commercial, but it is what the Lord have provided. And so please share that $51, become a part of what we're doing here. And I think that maybe I have probably gone as far as I can. I don't know if the service is ready to begin, but let us go into it. I'm ready if they're ready. I don't think I know I'm not hearing any sound. So if you're not hearing any sound, then maybe we're going to have to wait and come back. But if you can hear it out there, somebody put it into the comment if you are hearing it. But if you're not hearing it, put in the comments you cannot hear it. I know I'm not hearing it. So please help me out. I'm kind of in the blind right now. If you can hear it, say I'm hearing it. Oh, you say you can hear me. Okay. But can you hear the singers? I know you can hear me, but can you hear the singers? If you're not hearing this, say no sound. Thank you. There's no sound. All right. Well, that's the technical difficulty that we're having right now. So I'll just say this, and I'm not talking to anyone backstage in terms of the production people. That's why I guess the Lord said for us to do it at 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So I think this is going to be it for 6 o'clock. Come on back at 10 o'clock. That's why the Lord had given us 2 bites on the apple. Come on back at 10 o'clock, and I am certain, will have this rectified by that time. Love you all, and please remember the gift to Jesus, participate in this prophet's reward, and share $51 with the People's Church of the Harvest. You can place it, can share through Givelify, or you can go Cash App, $ People's Church Kojic, PeoPleschurchCogic, or mail it in to the People's Church of the Harvest at 3570 West Fifth Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60624. All right. See you guys back at 10 o'clock. Come on back. It's gonna be Good. Love you all. God bless you.